I'm a qualified clinical nutritionist. I've studied that for 3 years, and then I've also studied massage therapy. I've always have had a little bit less money to spend, so for me it come from that aspect of studying and not having a lot of cash.
So I'm by trade a qualified carpenter joiner. Being a tradie, getting up early, you don't always want to make your lunch before you go to work, and so you end up sometimes can spend 20, 30, 50 bucks a day on food, and you're real regimented and strict with...
Yeah, making my lunches and stuff like that to save money.
I don't really think twice about going and buying a certain tool or something like that in a certain amount of money, I guess, because essentially it's more an investment for me, but probably transcends into also like life out of work as well.
So an example would be when he just walked into the Toyota car yard, put in an interest for getting a new car. So then I asked a little bit more, what is it? What car are you getting? And it was like a, what, $95,000 car or something?
Yeah, just like a Land Cruiser work car.
I was like, what? Where are we going to get that money from? But it was a very large sum, so a bit of a shock.
Be a bit more numb to spending, I guess.
Yeah, it takes me a lot longer to say, yes, I'm going to buy that. I'll be looking at it for months, and then I'll be like, okay, I'm going to do it. Where if you think about it, it's probably a week later and it's, yeah, he's got it, so, yeah. On the other side of that, it's getting this house. Like, I thought it was way too much out of our budget. Think about all the other rates and all the other bits that kind of come with it, that add on to the top of it. But Alex said, no, we can do it, we can make it work. And so I guess in that aspect, it was good that he was like, we can do it, it's gonna be fine, even though I already felt like it was out of our reach a little bit. And it's good, because we obviously have the house now. Having multiple streams of income, I think, is kind of a good thing that we want to focus on.
So on top of building, I also have a photo studio and art studio in Burleigh, which is actually going quite well at the moment.
I have a pickles company as well that I kind of sell at the markets, which is a bit of an extra thing. If we do decide to have kids at some point, then it's kind of scary for me to stop my career or working.
We want to work as hard as we can, set myself up for the next 5 years. And if we have kids, just give them kind of a good life and have a good family dynamic.
Nicole and Alex are a couple with different spending styles. Alex is a qualified carpenter who's used to spending fast and free. Nicole is a clinical nutritionist and massage therapist with a more careful and conservative approach when it comes to money. Jess is meeting them on the Gold Coast to give them some tips on aligning their plans to achieve their financial dreams.
Hi guys, thanks for coming. This is a beautiful spot to catch up.
Yeah, we come here often actually.
Oh, it's beautiful. I wanted to start by congratulating you though on your property purchase. That's so amazing, and the way that you've been able to keep up with everything, you know, with interest rates as they are.
Yeah.
I did notice that you do have the different spending styles going on as a couple. You know, Nicole, you're a bit more conservative, and Alex, you're a little bit more of a spender.
Oh, absolutely.
But I did want to say that can actually work to your advantage. If we can get you on the same page with some shared financial goals, I think that can actually work for you. What are some of those goals that you're working towards?
Yeah, I guess our goals are obviously having a little bit of a savings nest egg as well, and then possibly trying to afford an investment property.
Yeah, and what about sort of the longer term? Are you thinking with the place that you've bought that you'd like to own that, you know, one day, 20, 30 years down the track? What are you thinking there?
I mean, ideally, that'd be good to have that paid off.
We'd love to pay that off for sure.
Yeah, look, if you can manage to do that, you're living rent-free in retirement, you can get by on a lower income, and there's tax, you know, considerations to that too. So there's a lot to talk about. Would you like to go upstairs and have a chat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure, absolutely. Thanks.
So first off, with the property investing, I always say to couples who are looking at purchasing assets together, property or else, make sure that you're on the same page and that you are really being active decision makers together, because, you know, investments do come with an element of risk, particularly if you're borrowing to invest. So how comfortable are you both with an increased degree of risk?
I think I'd probably be a bit more comfortable than you, but as long as we make a pretty clear plan that we can both agree on, I think that would probably work best for us.
Yeah, I've always got questions, but of course, yeah, having a plan would be best.
Okay, excellent. So keep chatting about that. And then it's really about learning how to manage your cash flow together. So you may have some equity in the property that you already have that you can borrow against to get the investment property, but you need to be also sure that you can service the increased debt repayments from the incomes that you have. So staying on top of your cash flow, setting budgets together for your major household expenses, and even setting some limits around the sort of fun money that you might each have to spend each week or each month. How does that sound?
It sounds good. I think, yeah, we'd love to see kind of where our money's going. Sometimes it just disappears at the end of the week and you don't really know where it's gone.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's heaps of apps you can use to track your spending, and the CommBank app has an easy feature called Money Plan, where you can actually go in there and there's a feature where you can set a monthly or a weekly or a fortnightly budget for certain spending categories. So you can set one for transport or for shopping or for eating out.
Yeah. So I can see that you really like eating out.
I know, the little bar turns red when you've spent too much money, so that's the incentive to keep it within your budget. But that can be a really powerful visual way to keep you on track with the budget.
Definitely.
Yeah. Another thing to consider is how to optimise your home loan repayment. So there's lots of great reasons to pay off your home loan as fast as you can, not least of which because the interest that you'll pay on your primary residence is not tax deductible, whereas it can be for an investment property loan. So it does depend on your personal circumstances, and it's worth getting proper tax advice on that, but something to consider.
Yeah, well, we did get our mortgage. We did set up an offset account, but we're not really utilising it.
So offset accounts can be a really powerful way to pay less interest and pay off the loan faster. So for every dollar that you hold in the offset account, that, as the name suggests, offsets the balance of your home loan. So you are charged less interest and you do repay the loan faster. So definitely keep looking into that.
Yeah, that sounds like a great tool that we should be using.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to hear if you guys end up going ahead with the investment property. Will you let me know?
Yeah, we'd love to keep you in the loop.
Okay, excellent.
Thank you so much for coming to see us.
Oh, look, it's been my pleasure, and it's been an absolutely gorgeous day, and it's been fantastic to meet you.
Awesome, you too.
Having different money styles can be a strength for a couple if you can use them to work towards a shared financial vision. And owning your home and investing to build wealth don't have to be either or goals. If you're pursuing both, my tips are to consider your long-term home ownership goals. Stay on top of your cash flow by setting budgets and tracking your spending, and use offset accounts to pay less interest on your home loan. Remember, navigating finances as a couple is about teamwork, and with clear communication and the right tools, you can build a strong financial foundation.